Hello everyone, my name is Kyra, and before I tell you what I do, I have a couple of questions for you. What would you be able to create if you were no longer consumed by your overwhelming sense of self-doubt and your fear of, oh my God, what if I fail? Maybe you're a stylist watching this and you're thinking about the kind of brands that you want to work with. You're thinking that you want to get signed by an agent, but you can't even sit down to write the email because thoughts about what if they don't reply? What if they think I'm crazy? I'm not ready for that kind of opportunity. They're going to think I'm absolutely insane. All of those thoughts stop you before you even type out hello on the keyboard. Or maybe you're an assistant and you're wondering how to take your career to the next level. You're wondering how to get booked on your own jobs, but all the while you don't feel like you're worthy of it. You look at your portfolio of work, the couple of editorials that you've done, and you're like, I don't like it. This is not good enough. If I show this to anyone, they would laugh. Now, if you've ever experienced any of those things and you're listening to this and you're nodding along, then my work truly is for you. I'm a life coach for stylists. I take stylists out of overwhelm and out of those self-doubt cycles and help them build unshakable confidence so that they can create the creative career of their dreams, so that they can produce creative work that honors their vision, so that they can go out and create partnerships with brands that excite and delight them. Now, how I got into this work is I was working in styling and design, and I've been doing that for the last 3 to 5 years. And working as an assistant, I was thinking to myself, how do I take my career to the next level? What do I need to do? Who do I need to speak to? Where do I need to go? And all the while, I was feeling like it was so impossible. And now when I look back, I was getting so many opportunities to take my career and like to go after those things that I wanted. But because I didn't feel worthy and because I was so afraid of what if this and what if that and all these horrible things, I actually turned the opportunities down and I talked myself out of them. And through a cycle of self-sabotage and perfectionism mixed in with a bit of procrastination in there, I essentially killed any opportunity that came my way to really level up. In 2019, I decided enough is enough and I'm going to figure this shit out. I started my podcast, Bold, Brilliant and Broke, in August 2019, and it's a money, business and mindset podcast for creatives. And this is where I really sharpened my teeth as a coach. I realized that what people love from me isn't the money and stuff, isn't the business stuff, it is the mindset stuff. It is the mental blocks and the emotional stuff that gets in our way from really achieving. And this is how I know that this is true. Like, have you ever said to yourself that you really want to do something? Like, you're like, yeah, I want to get signed by an agent. Yeah, I want to work with that brand, or I want to collaborate with that stylist or that photographer. And instead of doing it, that thought just goes circles and circles around in your mind, and you never actually get to do it. And you see your friends doing amazing things, and you're like, wow, why am I not doing those same things? It is because you are thinking something and feeling something that is at the opposite of what you want. So I take my clients through a process of analyzing their thoughts, to analyze their feeling, analyze the actions they're taking when they think those thoughts, to understand the results that you're creating. So if right now you aren't able to send emails and you might find yourself sabotaging your opportunities, we go through a process to really define and pinpoint what are the mental blocks that are in your way. We remove those and instead we replace them with a new perspective that allows you to see opportunities in the places where you could no longer see them. The way I describe this work is that I don't sell coaching, I sell confidence. I sell opportunity. I sell you on yourself. I lead you back to the truth of who you are. When we think of our brains, we can think of a really cluttered room at the back of the house. And this cluttered spare room is filled with all of the negative things that you think about yourself, like I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy and I should work harder and I should be further along by now. And it's filled with all the things, all the negative things that people have ever said about you. This coaching work is literally like taking a flashlight and going through that room and moving it out. and getting rid of everything that no longer serves you. Because what you'll find is that fear, procrastination, self-doubt, self-sabotage, all of those things are opposite to success. So during the 8 weeks that I work with clients, so I work with clients 8 weeks and it's an hour of coaching a week, we install new beliefs to get you aligned with the success you want. Our very first session is so fun and it's so exciting because we build out your desire. We build out what you want to create in your styling career, what you want to experience, what you want to achieve, how much money that you want to make. And then it's my job as your coach to keep you accountable to that standard and hold you up to that standard and make sure that your thoughts, feelings and actions are aligned with the desires and the success that you said you wanted. Now, I work with a range of clients. I started my business at the beginning of this year, and it has been an amazing journey getting here. And the more I talk to different stylists at different levels, the more I know that there is a hunger for this emotional work. When I was working as an assistant, I often felt alone. I often felt like I was struggling with things and had no one to turn to. When you're a freelancer, there's no such thing as a HR department. And I would tell my friends about the things I was struggling with, and they just wouldn't be able to understand because they've never been in between a time-strapped photographer and, you know, a distracted model. They've never been backstage at a show and had someone scream at you over a misunderstanding. They've never been in those situations. And so my coaching is unique because I have been there. I have dressed at the premieres and I have worked backstage. And so I know the unique pressures that a stylist and an assistant goes through in these high pressured and very demanding jobs. Styling is a leadership role. And it's time we started talking and thinking about it. My coaching is the opportunity to really work on the negative emotions that come up working in a high pressured role so you can power them and direct them and use them to power you forward to create what you want in your creative career. Now, if you're resonating with anything in this video, I cannot wait to hear from you. You can get in contact with me on Instagram at Kyra the Bold, that's Kira the Bold, or you can go to my website at www.kyramatthews.com. And I can't wait to hear from you.